Hello and welcome to another ARK how-to taming video. I am Winslow and today we will be looking at the Megaloceros, or simply the elk. This herbivore can be seen grazing through the redwoods and up in the tundra. The bulls or male elk can be seen rather easily from the sky because of their large antlers, and they tend to travel in mated pairs. Let's go search for some in the redwoods, and if we don't have much luck, we'll head up further north. The elk is a great tame and a sturdy mount. Hunting them wild can yield sufficient meat for your first carnivores, but they will also likely be your first exposure to the pelt resource, which is needed to make the valuable fur armor. When traveling in the redwoods, it is important to remember to watch for silhouettes on the trees and keep your head on a swivel. You don't want to be snatched by a thyla and get pinned. I usually have my best luck finding most redwoods-based creatures around the lake. It is a wide open area and you should be able to see well enough, even with fog. Here I've spotted a female. We'll get her first since they are more limited in what they can do in the world, but it's still valuable to have a mated pair. This is a pretty traditional taming process. They can be snared with a bola and then a few darts from a strong long neck rifle and they will be knocked out. Once they are out, give them some simple kibble and crops and just wait. In the redwoods, I will often place some spiked walls up and then be on the lookout for parasers. There are many small predators that can ruin a tame in the redwoods, and the spikes are generally enough to keep them away. This cow or female elk is almost completely tamed on a single kibble. Let's get her up and stored and go look for a nice bull. I didn't have much luck finding a bull in the redwoods, so I decided to go up north and found a level 90 near the tundra. For our purposes today, this is probably the best we're going to get, and it will still be a great tame. The tundra zone is very dangerous and you can get into some real trouble real fast if you aren't paying attention. There are packs of wolves, Daeodon, Yutyrannus, with Carnotaurus packs, Rexes, and even Gigas that will roam around. It is truly the best idea, if possible, to either pick up the wild creature that you want to tame or find a way to lure it out of the tundra so you can knock it out with some relative safety. I decided to fly this one home since I will be able to easily snare it and then knock it out without much of a risk of predators interfering. Since they aren't aggressive or skittish, you don't need to take any special preparations for the elk. You can simply walk up to them and bola, knock it out, and then give them kibble. Once saddled, they have some unique abilities which makes the elk a really specialized mount. When they were originally introduced, they were some of the best thatch harvesters in the game. Simply attack trees while sprinting through the forest, and you will easily gain stacks of thatch without much effort. They have a long jump and can leap over walls that are a single tile high. You can also use rider weaponry while mounted on the bull or cow, making them a good choice for cave exploration. The elk is small enough to fit through all but the narrowest of cave entrances, and it has a unique gift of taking reduced damage from flying creatures. They will provide full protection for you from bats while in the island's caves, so if you level up health and give it a strong saddle, you won't have to worry much about getting your armor shredded or getting mega rabies. The elk is also a fun choice to take to one of the island's guardian fights, the dragon. Since herbivores take reduced damage from carnivores, the dragon's flame breath attack will only hit for about 20% of their maximum health. If you have sweet veggie cakes, the elk will eat it and gain a heal over time, which gives them 15% back. The elk is also small enough that the dragon is unable to reach it with its swipe, bite, or breath attack if you stand right at its feet. This will allow you to shoot upward right at its belly with a strong shotgun, assault rifle, or even a rocket launcher. I do not recommend taking the cows out for very much as they do not even have a basic attack. They are unable to harvest anything and can only run and jump. That wraps up this how-to taming video, and I'd like to thank you for watching. Again, I am Winslow, and I hope you found this helpful. Stay tuned for more how-to taming videos, and we'll catch up next time.